This is a quick pop on the new horror movie, Nosferatu. We're going to be doing a longer discussion on this movie, so this one's going to be pretty quick and I'm not going to go into too much detail. The first part's going to be spoiler free and the next part not so much. Right off the bat, you probably guessed this is a modern take on a very old story, and of course everybody knows Nosferatu is just a rip-off of Dracula. Just some name changes and the character of Dracula, or Orlok, is made to look like a real monster and not somebody that's going to try to bang your wife, even though he's desperately trying to bang another dude's wife, but he's like all gross and stuff. The Nosferatu movie is like 100 years old, alright? I didn't spoil anything there. The movie is supposed to be in Germany, but they're doing that Hollywood thing that no matter where or when they are in the world, everyone has a British accent.
Thomas?
What's that, my love? What is it?
The director, Robert Eggers, known for movies like The Northman, The Witch, The Lighthouse. Wow, I'm surprised this movie isn't called The Nosferatu. But right off the bat, you could clearly see similarities between those movies and this one, with other shots showing clear homage to the older style and a lot of those other horror movies. The movie looks and sounds great. The story isn't really complex. They made it very simple and really true to the source material. That being said, there's a lot of weird death, sex, and gore that a lot of people are complaining about the movie. The cast is really solid. Bill Skarsgård nails it with another scary monster. Even though, I'll be honest, I couldn't understand him half the time. Nick Holt is solid, even though, he's not asked to do much. William Dafoe is always fun to watch, but am I the one notice? Is he shrinking? Aaron Taylor Johnson does a good job, but I gotta admit, they did my guy dirty. I'm gonna go over that in the spoiler section. Johnny Depp's daughter does her best at an English accent. She does really well in the movie, and she really looks the part with her giant forehead, and her real-life girlfriend look like actual victims of a vampire. Emma Corrin does a solid job, but she's everything I hate about Hollywood. On paper, she's all the things, but she's weirdly dating a male actor. But all in all, solid performances by everybody. If you like a real simple story and you're a fan of that vampire genre, I'd say check this movie out. If you get a bit squeamish about rotting flesh, gore, and sex, then maybe skip this one, because oh boy do they like blending it in this movie. Yuck. So that's the spoiler-free part of this review. If you haven't seen the movie, leave now and come back when you have. Or don't, I really don't care. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, Aaron Taylor Johnson's character in this movie got screwed over. Like, right from the beginning, he's a good dude, he loves his family, he's helping his loser friend by giving him loans and taking in his crazy wife, who immediately starts going crazy 10 seconds after her husband leaves. So he gets the best doctor in town, and yeah, they pump her full of drugs and, tie her up. She was literally possessed. She could have hurt herself, or worse, his kids. And just when her husband comes back, rats filled with the plague infest his entire city, biting his poor wife and giving her whatever craziness that Johnny Depp's daughter has somehow. So Frederick, Aaron Johnson Taylor's character, seeing his city full of disease and his wife dying, says, "Alright, you guys gotta go. I gotta take care of my family." And Ellen, knowing this is all her fault, starts giving him a bunch of back talk in his own home, completely out of line, and instead of giving her a nice fresh knuckle sandwich, he just politely asks them to leave his home. And what's his reward for being a good guy and a good husband and a good dad? How does the director end his story? Does he bravely save his family and help kill Nosferatu? No. His family's murdered while he's taking a nap, he gets the plague, and dies desecrating his dead wife's body. And in case I'm not being clear, he dry humped her corpse until he too passed away. I would have spit in Robert Eggers' face if I was Aaron. Now, with that being said, I think the overall movie is amazing. I think it's a great cautionary tale. I think every young man of marrying age should watch it. If this movie doesn't perfectly illustrate the danger of wifing up a hoe, I don't know what does. It perfectly showed all the red flags that Nicholas Holt's character should have seen. Estranged from her family, check. A history of mental illness, check. A crazy ex that she's not completely over, check. The one thing she's actually good at is sex, check. Ignoring all that, he married her. Then he goes off to try to make a better life for both of them. Little did he know she's been in secret contact with her ex for years. And while he's gone, she makes an absolutely fool of herself, making them both look bad. He goes missing and she makes it all about herself and won't stop talking about her ex. He's coming, he's coming.
He's coming.
Who is coming?
Just as her husband makes it back to town, all mangled and injured, guess who else makes it to town? That's right, her ex. And even though her flirting with her ex gets other people hurt, She still mouths off to her husband's friend, getting them kicked out. And what does she do as soon as they get back to their crappy little house, even though her husband's barely alive? She belittles him and compares her to her ex, causing him to do weird, rough sex stuff. And of course she loves it because she got her whore medicine. So finally the husband's all sick of this and decides that he's gonna fight the ex. So of course his whore wife lies to him and sends him to where her ex isn't, so she could bang her ex in secret while her husband's out there trying to be a hero. You bitch. But the story has a surprisingly positive ending. I guess what they did to Aaron Taylor Johnson, they had to make up for it in some way. And the movie ends in the best case scenario if your wife's a whore, with her and the guy she's cheating on you with dying while having sex from whatever diseases they gave to each other. Then roll credits. The husband is sad, but now he doesn't have to deal with his whore wife, and you know what? It's kind of a positive ending. And he and the audience have learned a valuable lesson. Amazing.